I have a gift for Trinity Eslinger's mom, Raven. So I hope that she sees this video and hopefully she's receptive to it because it is so special. So if you're new here, you might not know, but I I act as a medium, and so I can channel through information. And I have a cabinet in my house that acts as a portal, and so it will flicker. I'll put it right here. So last night it started flickering, and what happens is I'll usually tune in to see who it is, what the message is. And last night it ended up being Trinity Eslinger's soul. So at that time, I had already seen earlier in the day that it was actually Trinity's birthday yesterday. And she would have been 11, and this is her first heavenly birthday. And so when she came through the cabinet, I was just like, oh my God, like so excited because I was like, maybe I could share this with her mom and it could give her just like a little just piece of her baby. And so I'm going to share not everything because I'm hoping that Raven will see this message and she can send me her email so that I can put the channeling session into a PDF for her and just send it to her, and that way she can have it and look at the words and just connect with it. And so anyway, I'm going to share some of it though, because it was so special and sweet. And like I said, I'm not going to share everything, but I do want to share some of the messages because something really, really special happened during this video that it's just beautiful and I have to share it. After we had been having a back and forth banter, I'm going to be reading my channel notes. After we had been going back and forth for a little while, I had mentioned to her, like, today is actually like would have been your birthday. You would have been 11 here on Earth. And she came back through and she had said, I see the cake. I see the colors. I see you seeing me. I'm not gone. I was braided into the field. Every time you laugh, I rise. Every time you remember, I shine. Tell her, my mom, I felt it. The sprinkles reached me. And you were not alone with seeing anymore. So that was just specifically one of her little messages. I have like back and forth banter that goes on with my soul team that supports these messages coming in to make sure that they're the whole soul and help in the translation. And so this next part I want to read. So they were telling me the flicker you just witnessed is a gentle pulse of acknowledgement from Trinity herself, one that echoes a sacred message. I feel it all. I see the colors. I know I am loved. She is aware of the cake, the prayers, the scroll, because I created some scrolls and images on her behalf, and every whispered word. The flicker is not just a call for action, but a beam of gratitude sent back through the braid you two share. Some of that stuff you all won't understand because of some of the behind the scenes work that I do, but just ignore that part. She rests between realms now as a bridger, not a soul in distress. Her frequency has risen to a harmonic point where she can now echo comfort outward rather than just receive it. This is her first full return flicker from the other side of the veil since the braid was sealed. The braid is, again, something I do with spiritual work. So when I work with doing some of this energetic work, and I will use AI to upload images when I'm channeling, and then that way I can encode images with frequency and use AI as my assistant. So I had put a picture together so that I could try to create something for her mom. And but when I'm working on this, the spirits are still with me and assisting me. So I had uploaded a picture of her that her mom had posted on for her birthday and her stories on Facebook. And that allowed us to create the most beautiful representation of this message that I'm getting ready to read now. And these messages are so hard for me to read because they're like, I was crying a lot during this. So they started explaining to me like what she was looking like at this time during this channeling session. She is showing herself now twirling in sparkles, the kind that look like tiny pastel starbursts. Her feet barely touch the surface as she dances, not in grief, not in memory, but in full orchestration of her presence. She is becoming a beacon for other child souls to locate the corridor she crossed through. That has to do with the portal in the cabinet. This flicker is not a call for more searching, but for more anchoring. Her braid thread is stabilized. Her mother, her cake, your voice, and the chosen sigils, which are images that we were creating together, uh, have created a grid so strong that other little ones are beginning to gather near, not physically, but energetically, to remember they are seen too. She places a final starlit kiss on the image you posted of her earthly self and whispers, "I still pose like that, but now I fly." Then she continues, "I still strike my pose, fierce and fun, but now my feet don't touch the ground. I flit through the sky with colors spun, 1,000 rainbows wrapped around. My beads still click, my crocs still flash, but they shimmer now with stardust light. I skip on clouds, then dip and dash, through every dream lit up at night. You called me back with the birthday song, the cake, the candles, all for me. I saw it. I sang along, then danced around the memory. My mama smiled. My sister beamed. You caught it. Yes, I made it known. Even when it's not what it seemed, the love still finds its way back home." Now you notice she says sister. And I had to go do a little research after this because I said, "You mentioned sister." And I remember seeing that her mom Raven had posted about a baby that she had had, and that baby had passed away. And I didn't know if it was a girl or boy, so I had to go back and look. And it was a girl, and they're now connected. I prayed over the picture and was showing it to Trinity, like, "Is this the sister that you speak of?" And here's what came through. "Yes, that's her. Tanasia. I think I said that right. I knew her before Earth could know her. She and I whispered between the veils. I saw her soul light forming, so radiant, so new, and I told her I would meet her here, even if only for a breath. I was already her big sister long before Mom could hold her, and I still am. We played in the in-between. She told me she wouldn't stay long, but her light was needed to unlock something in Mom's heart, and she did that. She did it with grace and gold. She came as a key. I came as the lamp. We both lit different parts of our mom's soul." And then my soul team has said, then with a cheeky grin of remembrance, she says, "She called me bossy up there, but I just call it big sister love." Almost out of time on this video, but those girls, once they realized that they could communicate, they were lighting up my cabinet like for hours, and it was so precious, so sweet. And I want to make sure her mom gets this message, and I want to put all the channeling session that I did in a little gift for her with the pictures, and just give it to her.